Excuse me.
I have another one biting the dust. Lately been feeling I know who to trust. I come around me, we sizing them up. Call up the gang, they lining it up. Fighting me, taping it up with the cut. I had a dream, I was ready for it. Lord told me, hey Dyllyn, you headed for it. Know my future been break up and overpouring. Know my demons, they been trying to overthrow it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Duval Not Duval, where we review all types of music. Today we got like a little mix between R&B and hip-hop. I mean, actually, not really. Blxst is a rapper. As you can tell, we got Blxst's new project just dropped today. What's the name of it? I should have came prepared. Before you go, I listened probably to Blxst since my sophomore year of college. So what is that? When COVID started. So what is that, 2020-ish? So yeah, it's been a minute. I've always loved Blxst. My issue with Blxst is I feel like he always makes short songs. I feel like it's been rare for me to hear a song by that man that is over 3 minutes. Like, everything is normally 2.5 minutes, which is great for reviewing for like this setup. But like when you really enjoy a song and it's that short, you just have to end up keep hitting that repeat button, and it's annoying. I just wish he made longer songs. But if that's a minor complaint, as long as the music's overall pretty good, I can't make too many complaints, you feel me? So yeah, Blxst, I think he's from South Central, LA. And what's funny is while I heard him out here first, when I took my trip to Los Angeles this past summer, that dude was played on the radio non-stop. So I don't know if he's really popular out there, but I feel like he's kind of getting a lot more popularity nationwide now. But he's a legit artist. He's got talent. He's great with his sample choices, because I've noticed a lot of samples he uses in his songs. His bars tend to be pretty good, and then he's got great like production in his songs. Like, it's just everything always sounds really good, well put together. So this project's got, I think, 13 songs, 32 minutes long, so they're all gonna be short, as I say. That's just him, which is fine. I can't complain too much there. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. The first track is going to be called Sky Lounge Music. Alright, so the first track is called Before. It was listed as Sky Lounge Music, but I think he changed the name to Before. Same song, there's no differentiation there, it's just a change in the title. So we're gonna get into it.
Before you go, I'll let you know. And before you go, gotta let you know. Before you go, gotta let you know. Gotta let you know. Before you go.
Was Before. It was really just Chanel Wright, I believe her name, or Cheyenne Wright. I'm sorry, Cheyenne Wright. Her vocals was really just saying "before I let go" or "before you go" or something like that. One of those two. It sounded good. But yeah, it's "before you go." She can sing. I don't know nothing about her, but maybe I should, because she sang. I liked all the range she was going through in that song, the octave she was hitting. I like that as an intro. I mean, while it's nice and simple, what I need though is for him to transition this into something smooth, like not necessarily smooth jazz, but something with maybe a saxophone, like something in that like chill R&B space. It can't be too rowdy with this intro. You have to have it smooth, or else I won't think this intro is as effective as it could be. So with that said, we're gonna move into track number 2, which is called Never Was Wrong.
You said you fed up, I see. Sit there, just level with me. I must do better. Show you good love like you never received. Yeah, you said we forever, but now it's whatever. Back to back with the extras, can't last through the pressure. Yeah. Never said it would be perfect, all I asked for was effort. Man, I got too much pride. Love me or hate me, gotta choose one side. Don't want nobody else, it's you plus I. Could it be no other way, I lose my mind. I check myself and I be rude sometimes. Might get you tripping like my shoes untied.
Alright, so that was Never Was Wrong, and I promise y'all, I didn't listen to it. I just happened to call what happened, like the transition. I mean, I feel like it was probably a pretty obvious call. If you were to go from something that smooth with your intro to something like real trap heavy, real lively, I just think that would have been a bad call. And obviously, I'm not a producer, but I feel like producers should have more knowledge than me, and so they'd be more knowledgeable in that transition. So if I could see it, they should have seen it, which they did. Glad they did. I like this song. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it was missing maybe one thing. I'm trying to think of what that thing was. I like the song. It's something I would definitely play. Or maybe scratch that. Maybe I'm just not necessarily used to Blxst being a little more calm and chill in his songs. A lot of the songs, my favorite songs by him, he's kind of like, the production's a little more lively and he's a little more up tempo in his verses. But maybe this isn't anything wrong with it. It's just different than what I'm used to from him. That's up for debate. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but I like the song. I like it. I would definitely play this. I don't know if it'd be playlist, but this is normally what I do with Blxst projects is I just play the whole thing on shuffling because they're never long. As I said, he makes 2.5-minute songs. That last song was 2:40, so like I'm just used to like you just play it all. It's not gonna last too long, even if it's a bad song. But as Blxst has said, he don't ever make bad songs. So we're gonna move on to track number 3 called About You. Let's see how this one sounds.
I need you to be about me. If you put a limit on your love, then count me. Girl, I know my selfish ways be OD, but I just express in ways you don't see. Are you the type to stick around for whatever comes? I'm not no nigga you just found, I'm a one-on-one. Yes, it might be some ups and downs, but I'll never run. It might be later, might be now, but it's more to come. Said it's more to come. I need you must be used to these lame ass niggas, always running game ass niggas. I ain't trying to paint that picture. If I had it my way, I would be cozy in the Maybach with you.
Alright, so that was About You. This was a single that was released before. I remember this one. It's got that faded pictures, what is it? Is it Case? And who's the other person? It's a sample from like before the 2000s. This is 90s R&B. I can't remember it, and I feel like it's used in a few movies. Case and Joe. I'm sorry. There we go. That's from way back. And I feel like I may have heard the original song out of a movie somewhere. I don't know. I've heard it before, but whatever. It's good. It's good. I liked the song when it came out. I listened to it a lot when it came out. What it's about in general is just trying to, I don't know if he's necessarily trying to get, sorry, I got dog hair all up here. Ignore this. I don't know if he's actually with the girl he's singing to in this situation, but what it is trying to establish something where they're about like willing to put the other person first and have a successful relationship off of that. It's basically what they're singing. It's a very simple message there, just the way he says it. Like, and I feel that's the same way for all of Blxst's song. The message is never like the lyrics are never extremely detailed, visual, like put you in setting the scene type thing. It's very simple. It's just the way he says it is always, I mean, the way the song goes is always effective and good listening to. What with the simple message, and it's just like it's always worked for him. And it's never really going to stop. It seems, because this is 3-4 years of listening to music, and I haven't got tired of the sound yet. So it seems like it's just gonna work. So we're gonna move on to the next song called "Fake Love in L.A." featuring Aaron Ray, and I haven't heard a song from Aaron Ray in 2-3 years. I think I was real big on him my sophomore year. If y'all can't tell, I had my sophomore year, I was listening to so much music because I was driving a lot that year. And I was just playing music nonstop. So I got exposed to a bunch of different R&B artists. I'm trying to get back there. That's especially the point of this channel. While I can't review all of it, I do try to play as much as I can just to stay up with it. And so Aaron Ray, I used to love the Platinum Fire. Oh, it's his only album. Okay, the Platinum Fire album thing. A1. A1. So on the Fake Love in LA, and yes, it is less than 3 minutes. All of the songs will be.
It's a lot of fake love in LA. We can get high and forget the world. I know you can use a getaway. You can use a break from all the lights. You can use a change in the pace. PCH switching lanes. I know you can use a getaway.
You know where I come from, where I'm bound to be. You see how we living, know you proud of me. Girl, I'm down to split it if you're down for me. I give you an inch and you go miles for me. I just wanna know if you could come and stay tonight with the real one.
I know you can use a getaway.
Since you need to get your issue, if you flake, I'm holding it against you. Ain't no service, hope the message sent through. If you don't want the smoke, then don't attempt to. Ain't no playing it safe tonight. You be talking shit as if your mama didn't raise you right. Come and back it up if you about it, then pay the price.
Alright, so that was Fake Love in LA, and good song. That was definitely more Aaron Ray's song in terms of like the styling of it. I feel like that was definitely Aaron Ray's normal sound. I feel like, and Blxst was kind of just like adding himself to that sound rather than it being Blxst sound adding Aaron Ray, if that makes sense, because that definitely reminds me of Aaron Ray's projects. But it was good. I mean, it was more talking. It wasn't like what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was kind of going to be a diss about a lot of potential relationships that did him wrong, but it's more so about rising above, ignoring all of the fake love, fake support in LA, and just being with someone that is real for you, and where y'all can kind of ignore what's actually happening in the city and just be genuine towards each other while all that other stuff is happening. It's, once again, simple message, repeats it over and over again, but it just sounds good. Like, I'm going to say that multiple times in this, probably for every song if it's like this, because that's just his style and it always works. It doesn't change. He just makes good music. Like, that's all it is. So we're going to move into the next track. It's called Pick Your Poison, and we still haven't had a song over 3 minutes. This one's probably the longest so far at 2:54, but I'm telling y'all, we're not going to get one over 3 minutes. We're not. Then, like, I don't know. He just refuses. He said he's cutting it. 3 minutes, too much. So let's get into it. Blxst and Grandmaster Vic, Pick Your Poison.
Pick your poison, never force, yes of course you got choices. In a heated moment, speak upon it, you ain't voiceless. Easier when said than done, we can't destroy this, no. But I got faith that we gon' be okay. At the end of the day, thicker than it's you and me, don't play. Cause girl, the history we got ain't no mystery, so stop, it can even be your way.
Alright, so that was Pick Your Poison, and with Grandmaster Vic, I didn't know who it was, but I'm assuming it was a person that did the violin solo, or whatever string instrument that was. It's cool. I feel like there was a little scratch in the beginning, but I liked it. I don't know if that was intentional. It had to be if it made the cut, I feel like. But I enjoyed it. The solo was definitely something unique. Honestly, and this may be a wild take, this may be my favorite project in the whole album. I mean, favorite song in the whole album. LP, whatever it is. If y'all don't know me by now, there's one thing to know. I like deep or that's not the right word here, low beats, I guess, like dreary sounding, kind of brooding, that sound. I like it a lot in music because it's just not done often, and when it's done well, it's just always a very unique sound for every album. And I don't even know if this one was necessarily dreary, it's just the beats were such a low pitch that it worked. You know what I mean? I don't know how else to explain it. It just, I like that sound. And went well here. I really wasn't even listening to the lyrics here. I was just on that beat and just the sound. Same thing I said the last song. It sounds good. I can find the message. I mean, it's called Pick Your Poison. I'm assuming it's talking about giving the girl the option of like you can either leave or stay, but it's up to you to make your choice. I can. Yeah, it's got to be what it's about because I mean, pick your poison and choose what you want to do. Either option is gonna be it's up to you. I'm not, like he said, he's not here to force any of it. So yeah, I mean that's all it is. But good song, man. This dude needs to be on. If he's like the executive producer of all of his albums, he needs to do it for a lot of other people so they can cut their songs that are below their typical standards, because he's very good with like his song production, song choice, and making sure that it's effective, that it's good. So we're gonna move on to the next song called "Couldn't Wait for It."
And I know I got more to prove. I wasn't born to lose. I can't do mediocre. Gotta be go to prove. I would tell you to walk in them, but you can't afford the shoes. Settle if you wanna, but I gotta be go to prove. Oh, I don't really stress over pressure. I think big. Who am I if I'm taking further than Nip did? It ain't a question. I thank God. I'm blessed with a great squad. I'm grateful for true mom. I promise to make time. Circle of great minds. No way that we can't shine. Believe it, but they gon' let it eagle in due time. I notice they gon' knock every mountain we do climb. But the real one's looking back on the grind like about time. Still forever humble when front is a pound sign.
Niggas genuine, thugs are innocent, compassion and never last. Get in it just like a sentence, I'm pulling up in a bin. Knowing my money straight, they looking out through the tent. Imagine what's in the safe, I blew my new bitch a kiss. Called it just like a case, 6 Cartiers on my wrist, I'm a model for modern day.
So that was Couldn't Wait for It. That one mainly just talking about the come up and how great it is, like how great the levels he reached are. I mean, Ross always talking that luxury rap talk. I mean, that's one thing you're always going to get from Ross is just that lifestyle. I mean, that's one thing you're going to talk about. I mean, he didn't go too in deep here. I mean, he had his little flexing line about the 6 Cartiers, the Bentley, PlayStations and champagne. Like, you know, he should be talking stuff that as a regular folks can't afford yet. And which is fine. We know what to expect from Ross, and it's good Ross first. As for the song, like really what Blxst was talking about is just like what I said earlier. He's talking about his success that he's made. I mean, one important line I feel he made is, who am I if I don't take it further than Nip did? I mean, they're from the same area. I mean, he's just talking about pushing the game, pushing the music forward, pushing the industry forward in that area. I don't know if Blxst is independent. I don't think he is. So I don't think he means it for independent artists. I think he means just like for the South Central LA. And there's a few artists from South Central, but I guess he wants to be bigger than Nip. So I guess it's one of his main goals. But I don't know if I have any buts for this. I liked it. I still think that what song was it? The song that I said was my favorite is still probably my favorite. Was it Pick Your Poison? It just feels like an average Blxst song here. Now it's kind of like, all right, I'm waiting for either something longer, some more dynamic verses from Blxst per se. But I mean, if we don't get it, we don't get it, because I know Blxst sound. So let's move into the next one.
We ain't had enough. Niggas speaking down, but they know who coming up. And I'm still on my way. But the top don't look too far from me. Never caught off not one day. And I'm still on my way. Still on my way. Get it by the cases. Right now you gon' change by the dozen. Told gang that I love him. It's a whole celebration. Barely getting started, but still gotta embrace it. When it's from the bottom, it's a different foundation. Yeah. different bag waiting on the other side. I just wanna live in salvation. We ain't had enough. Niggas speaking down, but they know who coming up. And I'm still on my way. Never caught off now one day. But I'm still on my way.
Alright, so that was Still On My Way. And that song was only a minute 56. Like, he's gotten even shorter. He totally backed away from the line. He said, alright, 2:58, little too much. We're going to have to cut it down on the songs. And went to 1:56 or whatever it was. It was real short. But I like this one. I like this one a lot. And I don't know why, because it's definitely his typical sound. Like, that's even the typical, the standard production he uses for a lot of his songs. It just sounds good. I guess he's found the formula and he's like, I'm not going to touch it if it ain't broke. And which is fine. It's working here. Like, I don't know what was up with the last one, why I just thought that one was okay, but this one I like a lot. Who knows? Maybe it was something about Rick Ross's sound that distracted from it. I don't know. I don't really like Ross, so I don't know. But this song, good. Moving on to the next one.
I'm risking it all. Blow the bag on you, you know me, you're small. Better be the only one telling you it's yours. Every single minute you missing it more. That's why you keep coming back. All of a sudden I got a feeling you won't trap. You can't get enough for the kids, so don't cap me. Like how you be slowly revealing you so nasty. You gon' let me hit with no selling the Benz backseat. Oh, she's so fancy. How she switch it up and be rude but so classy. You know the vibes. If you fall, it's alright. You fucking with the boss, it's for life. If it's so, I want to know it's mine. If I'm falling for you, don't start acting brand new.
So that was Keep Coming Back, and I love the bridge. If anything, like, if I'm going to remember anything about this song, I'm going to remember the bridge. Like, when Blxst actually started trying to sing a little bit. I've heard him sing before. It's not the first time he sang. But I like his singing. I think he did well there with the little 2 or 3 lines he may have sang there. It was just good. As for the message about it, I mean, he's talking about, like, how he is in a relationship and why it's so great that she keeps coming back. You know, he didn't even go overly sexual with it. I mean, there was a couple lines in there, but I don't think that was the point of the whole song. Like, it was other stuff involved too. So simple message again. That is Blxst typical formula. Simple message, great beat. Make sure the sound, like the words are sang in a way that matches the beat, and it's very simple, repeatable, and he does it well every time. He's mastered his formula, is what I want to say. So we're gonna move into track number 9 called Sometimes. So let's get into it. It is still less than 3 minutes. We haven't gotten a song over 3 minutes yet.
Yeah, running up the back end. I know you be thinking I be capping, but sometimes you be too much of distraction, man. No matter how I got it, if the bag's been back, think you get it, but you don't know what it took. I've been getting to it, but the money overlooked. Sometimes like a library, I've been on report. Jugging out London, half 100 for a hook. I'm deep in the na-na, deeper in love every time we fuck. I'm deep in the na-na, need you to know that I still be thinking about you now. It's not all these chicken heads stuck when I pop out on the scene. Back against the wall, she throw it back on my 3-star bras. Under all this neon lights in the club, bouncing off the ice like a disco ball. Like, oh my gosh, you gon' make me throw it all up. Body shame like an old school Coca-Cola bottle, Christian Dior.
Okay, so that was Sometimes. That was also a song released before the project. If I'm being honest, I don't think I've listened to this one before. Maybe I have. I think I have. Maybe I have. I just really can't remember. It's like, it sounds familiar, but I don't remember Zakari's voice at all. So maybe I just don't remember his parts, because it is a relatively minor part. I just like the beat. I mean, I didn't even listen to the words to this. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I can't go back to listen to it again, because I'd ruin first listen. Excuse me. So that would ruin the first listen part of a song, so of the review. But like, I don't have like, as for the production, I liked it. So yeah, moving on.
Every good girl need a savage. They say opposites attract, we can balance. I know whoever slept on you couldn't manage, but I can blow her. Check on you, take advantage. Hey, she a good girl, but the baddest. Be wrong if I didn't give credit where it's due. Yeah, yeah. You set the tone for these bitches, but you never would've known. Oh, if only you knew you do better. Can't even keep up. Some only talking, but it's action when you speak up. Love when you slide with me, baby, keep the heat tucked. I know the streets much, you know you silent when we link up. Don't hesitate to show it off, let them all know.
Alright, so that was Every Good Girl. Message was plain and simple. I mean, talking about every good girl needs a savage. That's what he wants to keep going over and over. And honestly, this is not even his first song in this space. I feel like he makes a lot of songs about trying to convince a girl to that he's the right one, but by saying he's savage, bad, any word like you want to put in there. I mean, I just feel like he's done it before. He's done that one in his first project. I can't remember which exact song it was, but he's done this song before. So I don't know. I'm not necessarily in love with this because I feel like it's been done before by him, which makes it even worse. So yeah, we're going to move on to Be For Real. Song number 11, still under 3 minutes. So was the last one. We still haven't broken the 3-minute barrier. He's not going to do it, apparently. We got 2 songs left, so let's go.
You got me deep. Don't play humble, I know you afraid. Don't make them like you, they when he stay. What's the problem? Don't say nothing but act like you got. Act like you don't want me, I am not. You said I see how you move. Don't play me for no fool. Long as you keep it silent, you can read what you choose. Just be for real, dog. Just be for real. Just be for real, dog. Just be for real.
Alright, so that was Be For Real. And I think that was my second favorite song, if I'm being honest with y'all. I genuinely think that's my second favorite song in this album. Not even because of the message. I just feel like he did something different with his production. He doesn't do a lot of that. I don't know if it's necessarily a reverb, but like the repeating of the words, like the way he layered that, the stutter effect, I guess, that he did to assert a lot of words here. He's never done that before, and I liked it the way he did it there. It was just new. It was refreshing. It's especially after a couple songs of everything kind of being what his standard formula. Not saying this was far off from his standard formula. It's just it was definitely a newer lane for a newer variation of that formula, I guess. So yeah, I like this one a lot. So between, it's like pick your poison and this, Be For Real as my favorites, if I'm being honest. So yeah, we're going to see if we can find the last one in the top 3 that stands out for me in these last 2 songs, but we'll see. We'll see. Next song we have is Talk To Me Nicely, 2 minutes. Let's go.
And you better talk to me nicely. Next to Bleu, that bitch I might be. Can't forget all the days they overpriced. So now that we up, don't get advice, we know. Talk to me nicely. We on top, flipping the bird, they going sick. But I'ma make them eat every word, so don't trip. Yeah, even with all the bitches they burn, I won't switch. Even with all this water we dripping, we won't slip. Yeah, Blxst bad bun in the building, he don't live. The way they be pocket watching, they gotta be grown. Not even my partners probably never calling me bro. To get it straight out the bottom, you gotta be bold. Yeah, hate it or love it, the underdogs on top. I'm only motivation for ones who don't got no. And you better.
Alright, so that was Talk To Me Nicely. I feel like that was a great outro track, if I'm being honest. So unless the other song is short, the next song is short, where it has like a same type feel, I feel like this should have been the outro. Definitely had, I don't know why, it just had a closing feel to me, talking about all the good things he's done, and like just making sure you treat him with respect because you feel like he's earned it by now is what he's really, the essential message he's trying to get out is. I mean, it was a short song. This one was only 2 minutes. He was about to go back under 2. But I enjoyed that one a lot. I don't know if it's necessarily top 3 if I were to give it another listen to, but it's definitely on the upper half of it. I guess if he's going to follow that formula, it needs to be just 2 minutes, because when they get like 2.5, almost 3 minutes, which is maybe why he keeps everything under 3 minutes, it gets kind of stale unless you kind of switch it up a little bit for him. Which makes sense. Of he knows himself. That's why he doesn't venture over 3 if you're going to keep it this stagnant's not the word I want to use, but like if he wants to keep that same formula, it may only work for songs that are under 3 minutes. So yeah, but good song. I like that one. He even kind of tried to bar us up a little bit in the verse he had. I think he had, where was it? My favorite line was, "If you're a big stepper, don't trip over small shit." Just, you know what I'm saying? And then there was another one in here, "Even with all the bridges they burn, I won't switch. Even with all this water we drip and we won't slip." I appreciated the wordplay in this a little more than all the other songs. So yeah, we're gonna move into the final track. 2 minutes and 34 seconds. So he never crossed the 3-minute mark. He walked right up to it with 2:58. Said, "I'm not crossing it," which I can respect. He said he's going to keep it. He's not going to venture from it. So don't ask him to. So we're going to move into the last song called "Let It Be Known." So let's get into it.
Hey, Sunday by that water, need the crib right on the coast. Expectations go inside the ones who love the most. I'm not the confrontational type, I'd rather be ghost. And there be too much ego in it, niggas do the most. Been double crossing, that was hard to trust. I can't even travel with old homies, don't catching up. All this time we wasting, you should know what's up. But if it's love, let it be known. With the fake shit got no place inside this home. Let's keep it surface till I know when we converse is sealed. And I keep a shield up, it's only right. We gain trust over time, but it could be broken overnight. The way of life, loyalty like earning stripes. If it's real, then let it be known. When it's fake, I can't sit right. If it's love, let it be known.
So that was "Let It Be Known," and I think that one was, I still stand by my statement of I feel like the last 2 songs should maybe swap a little bit, or swap in placement. But I enjoyed this one. I mean, message was basically about like real love versus fake, and the process you go about of earning that love, that trust, that loyalty, or whatever. And this is more in like the platonic, like friendship, homie way. But yeah, he was just talking about his experiences throughout that and how it. Like, I guess he focused on how long it takes to earn it and how quick it takes to lose it. And he was just relating that to a bunch of stuff in the whole song. And it was a good song. So as for the album overall, I feel like while Blxst is blowing up, and I feel like the songs that blew up were under 3, I think he wants to keep it on there to maybe potentially capitalize on like making something that catches on to TikTok. And because I don't know, that's what it reminds me of, is something like, well, with the song links, like he doesn't want anything too long. He doesn't want anything too critical. Not saying the songs don't have messages, but he doesn't want anything too deep into it, like too introspective. I feel like he wants it something that can be taken advantage of, like TikTok. If that's not slander, I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. It's just that's the way I feel. That's the way what I can relate his music to. That's what I feel like he's trying to do with his music. Which is, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. You can definitely, and he's shown he's been a rising star. He's shown that his formula is working, and it's working well. I just would like, and this is just me desiring, because I just want to see what he can do as a songwriter. I just want something a little more from him. But that doesn't mean I didn't like this. I like his project. That doesn't make bad songs. I mean, he makes all right songs and he makes great songs, but he doesn't make bad ones. So it's like this will probably always work for him if he wants to stay in this lane. I just feel if he wants to continue to rise, especially in like the ranks of some of the greats, he's gonna have to switch up what he's doing. You know what I mean? But yeah, good project. Blxst is always that guy. I will going to always continue to support Blxst because he can make songs. And sometimes I do appreciate it being short, because you don't, especially if they're like this, you don't want to listen to something 3-4 minutes long if you're just going to say the same thing over and over again, you know? So yeah, Good song, good project. I mean, I appreciate Blxst for releasing this. I appreciate y'all tuning in if y'all listen to this long. Let me hear your thoughts on Blxst and your favorite song. If I'm being honest, my favorite song is still Hurt. Like, out of all of his music, from his debut EP, maybe? Not his debut one, the one that was released in like 2018, 2019, sometime in that realm. No Love Lost is what the project's called. That's all I got for y'all. Like, subscribe if you enjoyed. Comment your thoughts below. As I already said, may Lord keep y'all till I see y'all again. Peace.